holders and makes them cry. You will almost be out. By the time it hits here, you should have your plus 50. How do you know, Steve? How could you measure? Because this range is 60 pips, and if he's above that and comes below it, that's way more than 50 pips. You're out. Spread and all. Okay? I hope you see the beauty and the simplicity of all this. It's crazy. It is. It's like artwork. Understanding how the dealer traps the traders is essentially how he handles the high and low, because that's where the traps are, is the whole business. Okay, let me go back and clean it off and comes back, because you're asking where the entry is on this. The entry is anywhere in here. You have vector to the high. There's other reasons here. Maybe the tracer's not on here. This is your M formation, my friend. Here or here on the inverted hammer close below. TDI should already be gone because the closes are averaging lower. You might have a shark fin. Michael, I'm sorry to hear that, but welcome to the family, brother. I've been trading 10 years and never saw this, Michael said. Now that you know it, you can't unknow it or unsee it. I wish you well, my friend. All right, here it is again, a blow-up of it. This is a hammer, quasi-hammer, hammer, right? We're talking about the candlestick patterns. A hammer is better when there's less of a wick on top. But understand that after you have three vectors to the high and you got a group of hammers, notice the pins are to the top side. Remember I told you the area he's trying to work is where he throws the pins. So if you identify that he's throwing the pins to the top side after he cut the high, man, you got it. He's got everybody else, and you got what he's doing. Yes, Susan, if it happens earlier than between 1 and 4, it's still okay. But understand that if you see the first hit in the Asian session, chances are at 3:30 in the morning he's going to come back in the second session and hit it again. That gives you a very solid confirmed double top high or double bottom low, M or W. That's a better trade than trying to grab it in the Asian session because it doesn't move much during that time, historically. Now, I know there was a nuclear meltdown, a lot of stuff going on. Tsunami almost broke the nuclear shell reactor. I understand all that, and you get these anomalies in the chart where they move. But as a whole, the pairs move mostly during London and the U.S. session. I've met a lot of people that wake up 4 a.m. and trade 4 a.m. to noon. If they miss the move, they miss the move. Thank you, John. I'm glad it's making sense to you, man. When this dealer switches the pins to the top side, he's going to open the spread up in here too. That's your clue also. All right? Good stuff. Pins to the bottom side. If he's working the low, the pins are going to come in at the bottom. The pins are going to come in at the bottom out of nowhere. Right? Typical shoulder, head, shoulder. Level 3 behavior. He dropped down. He spikes the low in an aggressive move. What happens with those big spike candles, maybe they break them up on the 5-minute chart into 3 pieces. If you're trading that garbage, stop. Here, let me clean up my drawing. Back to here. He'll break this into 3 pieces on a 5-minute chart, right? 5, 10, 15 minutes. You're concerned about this stuff right in here, how he ends. Okay, now look. The initial low was set, right? This was the low of the day on the spike down after he came out of the Asian range. He spiked it crazy and pulled back. Okay? He comes back. Gloria, pay attention. He comes back and runs a pin all the way down there and then closes all the way up here. He's not satisfied with the work that he's done. He needs more money. He does it again. He goes all the way down and comes all the way back up above the previous low. Understand? Not allowing traders to book a profit. The spread gets opened up in here. Now he comes back for the second pass, and it's lights out when he shifts the zone right here. In 3 bars, 45 minutes, and takes back all of this money in 45 minutes. This went on for hours. Do you understand that? When he shifts the zone in 3 bars, he just beat the crap out of everybody that's been trading for the last 15 hours. Yes, it's a variation on a triple bottom or triple top. Yes. The center happens to be the head is longer than the 2 shoulder pins. But yes, that's what it is. Notice in here you got vector to the low, 3, 1, 2, 3. This stuff makes traders go, oh, look at that, it's going down, sell. I had a friend, I think he's in here, from California, Dave. I won't say his last name, I want you to bother him. Used to fall for this crap all the time. He was excitable guy, I love him. I can tell you he doesn't fall for it anymore, and he consistently books an exorbitant amount of pips. Almost as much as a Subio. Dave, if you're in here, buddy, I didn't see you. Thought I saw you earlier, yesterday, I don't know. Happy to have you. He used to scream on the spikes and get excited that we're missing Australia and it's going. Hurry up, it's going straight up, we're missing it. That behavior is exactly what they're trying to create in your head by showing you that aggressive move. Alright, same thing. Railroad track spike to the outside. Right? They come in 1, 2, 3 to the low. They hit it. They get the hell out of there as quick as they can by 1 shift away. This structure forms out, right, the W. Don't you see it now? It's okay to take the trade in here. When they come back and fail to take it out, they're trapping. Snatch it away. Sorry about your luck today. Evening star formation. This is one of my favorite candles, and I'll tell you why. They go, oh, it's indecision. Look right here, look. You know what that is? That's an extra 15 minutes to take your money away by the market maker. Sorry, but that's what it is. That's the truth. When he hangs around right near the high, think about the railroad tracks. 15 minutes up, 15 minutes down. Right? That's a 30-minute anomaly. He goes, we're high, let's hang around for a few minutes. So he adds 15 minutes to the structure right here, up and back down. He adds 15 minutes to the structure in the middle, and he induces traders to take the longs. There's no indecision by the market maker. He knows exactly where he's going. They call that indecision, oh, the bulls and the bears are fighting it out. No, they're not. They're losing. The market maker's winning by hanging around for 15 more minutes and taking your money. Same thing for the Morning Star. Same stuff. That's an extra 15 minutes in there of the structure for him to take the money. That's all that is, nothing else. Don't forget it. Railroad tracks. You guys keep asking me, how big do they have to be? Australian, they're going to be 10, 15 pips. GJ, they might be 50 pips apiece. 50 pips straight down and 50 pips back up. You'll know the structure when you see it. You got to get some time in front of the screen and recognize it. When the railroad tracks come in at the high of the day or the low of the day, that's what you're concerned about. They come out and break the pattern. Go look at last night's Euro CHF, GBP CHF. That's what they did. The railroad tracks came right out of the box and set the low of the day. They repeated the level from yesterday. That's what we're talking about here. Doesn't matter the length. It's the behavior. Don't get caught up in, oh, how big the railroad tracks have to be. I don't understand. I mean, don't trade 2 doji crosses and say, Steve, they look like railroad tracks. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you is they're going to make vector to the bottom, and they're going to come right back out. Different lengths. It's the behavior. Watch the development of those, and you will understand. Okay? The wick sizes are irrelevant because the wick sets the high of the day and pulls away from it. It's the behavior with the pattern. That's what I mean, all right? What do I mean when I say railroad tracks? It's thought that this looks like a set of railroad ties, I guess, and then they lay rails on this, right? Isn't that's where railroad tracks comes from? I didn't make it up. It's not my term. Let me find here. Couldn't you picture like all these coming down, then you would lay your rails right here and you drive your little pins right there, your little plates if you were a railroad worker? Not that I ever was. See what I'm saying? That's where railroad tracks comes in. They look like railroad tracks. Or these could be the rails. You just now got that, Lou? After all this time together? That's where it came from. Alright, man. Have some imagination. Okay, look. The doji, forming the high of the day or the low of the day, is held for an additional 15 minutes. It allows the dealer to flash across or grab a few more contracts. That's what's actually going on. The evening or morning star holds the level and opens the spread, which induces traders to take the continuation. Hammers, inverted hammers, used to activate the pending and trigger the stops. Okay, I'm giving you the real definitions of these candles, by the way. If you don't want to know, I'll go slow. Spike tops, spike bottoms. It's to trap and create drawdown. Immediate drawdown. The railroad tracks, get in, grab your money, create immediate drawdown and panic and get the hell out of there. That's what they're for. Stop thinking like a retail trader. Think like a market maker. Why would I add an extra 15 minutes at the top of the formation if it's a doji? I want to pick up some cash. I mean, that's what I'm in the business to do. Why would I throw a hammer, inverted or regular? Why would I spike a hammer to the top? I want to pick up those pending orders on the other side. I want to trigger the stops of the people that got it right. I don't want them to make money. Same thing for a spike top or spike bottom. I got to trap the traders short, snatch the market away, and put them in the drawdown and scare the crap out of them. Make them start doing stupid stuff so I can end up with their account. After all, that's my job. I get bonused on that. Understand? Good stuff, good stuff. All right. Is anyone still writing this? I'm going to move on. Carl, you're up in about 10 minutes if you can hear me, buddy. Maybe a little less. Okay, got it. Thank you, Susan. Somebody got it. Alan, thank you. Sam. What is DD? It's not what you think it is. It means drawdown. Shame on you, John. I read your mind. All right. Market makers induce traders to take the wrong directional move by sharp, aggressive price changes at or near the high and low of the day. I drew it for you, right? The patterns will almost always reveal a reversal unless they time out. If the pattern times out over 2 hours, you scratch. Why would the pattern, that behavior, fail? I don't know. Somebody loves me? Thank you. My wife's not going to be happy. Because the trap volume does not exceed the total value they were seeking. So you can expect an extended stop on. Oh, it's Karina. Hey. You can expect an extended stop hunt. How far? 25 to 50 pips to the next level. Okay? Peter, it's an art form. You got to look at it. So if the pattern fails, it times out. 2 hours and it doesn't show a profit. I could tell you that if you were trying to grab the reversal on Monday's tank when it dropped, it stalled at the U.S. session and went to consolidation coming into the session changeover. If you tried to trade that back, which you're not supposed to, by the way, count the bars from where the entry appeared and you should have timed out. Nick, I'm going to give you every single pair and every value. Hang in there. I didn't know it was you, Karina. Thank you, Bruno. I like to think it's good stuff. It's making a lot of people wealthy. When the trap volume is not met, the market maker has 2 moves left. Think about this. You're in the trade. It's not going your way. 2 hours is about to go off on the alarm. What does he have left? Hit the stops and rise. Hit the stops and fall. Right? That's one move. If you're in a short, hit the stops and rise to the next higher level and then drop. Or, remember that Australian chart a few charts back that he extended the high for a longer period of time and hit it again? He can hold the level and work the crosses and come back to Australian later. He doesn't give a shit that you're in that trade. He moves it when he feels like moving it, when the money's built up for him. Not because you got to go to bed or it's time for you to get your clothes on and go to work. He don't care about that. He cares about money. So if he holds